All right, let's get right into it. Deep inside our bodies, there's a problem that can pop up in a spot that's, well, incredibly tough to get to. We're going to explore some amazing technology that was designed to fix a really dangerous bulge in our body's plumbing, all without the need for massive open surgery. So what you're looking at here is a 3D scan of something called an aorto-iliac aneurysm. Basically, it's a weak spot, a ballooning out of the main arteries that feed blood to your legs and your pelvis. The danger? It could rupture, which is just catastrophic. So the huge challenge for surgeons has always been, how do you fix this ticking time bomb without, making things even worse? And get this, we're not talking about some super rare thing. For patients who already have an aneurysm in their main abdominal aorta, as many as 40% of them also have this scary situation happening in their iliac arteries. That is a huge number of people who are dealing with a really, really tricky surgical problem. Okay, so first, let's talk about the challenge itself. What makes this bulge so incredibly dangerous? It's really all about location, location, location. It's deep down in the pelvis, which is a very crowded neighborhood, anatomically speaking. That makes traditional open surgery just full of risks and potential complications. And that leads us to a really tough spot for surgeons, a real dilemma. You see, the first attempts to fix this in a less invasive way came with a serious, serious catch. The choice was kind of brutal. Fix the aneurysm, but maybe ruin the patient's quality of life in the process. So what was this awful trade-off? Well, the original procedure was what we call endovascular, which just means inside the blood vessel. Surgeons would thread a device up through the arteries to reline and strengthen the main one. That's steps 1 and 2, pretty straightforward. But here's the kicker, step 3. To stop blood from leaking back into that aneurysm, they had to purposefully block off a really important side branch, the internal iliac artery. And blocking that artery? Oh, the consequences were severe. I mean, this artery supplies blood to your entire pelvic region, so cutting off that flow could lead to awful pain when walking, that's claudication, erectile dysfunction, and in some rare cases, even tissue death or spinal cord injury. The bottom line is, the solution was causing a whole new set of devastating, life-altering problems. So, of course, this had the entire medical community asking a really critical question. There had to be a better way, right? A way to defuse the time bomb and keep that vital blood supply flowing to the pelvis. And you know what? There was. This brings us to the hero of our story, a totally revolutionary piece of medical engineering that just completely changed the game for surgeons. The idea behind it was actually beautifully simple. Instead of just blocking that fork in the road, what if you could build a new, reinforced lining that followed both the main highway and that critical side street? And this, right here, illustrates it perfectly. Look at the left, that's the problem. You see that big, dangerous aneurysm right at the fork in the artery? Now look at the right. That is the solution, a device that fits perfectly inside, sealing off the weak spot while keeping both channels open and letting the blood flow freely. It is just a remarkable piece of engineering. This amazing little thing is the iliac branch device, or IBD. Honestly, the best way to picture it is like a tiny, custom-fit pair of trousers for your artery. It's got a main body and then 2 legs, one long one for the main external artery and a shorter one that branches off into that vital internal artery, saving that all-important blood flow. Now, it's not a one-size-fits-all kind of deal. Surgeons actually have a few different IBDs in their toolkit, and they choose one based on the patient's unique anatomy. Let's open up that toolkit and take a look at the main contenders. All right, so here are the 3 main players. You've got the Cook device, which is kind of the workhorse. It's super versatile and fits a ton of different anatomies, but it means a slightly bigger access point to get it in. Then there's the Gore device. Think of it like a gymnast. It's incredibly flexible, which is perfect for navigating arteries that are really winding or tortuous. Its main downside is it has a limited range of sizes. And finally, you have the Jotic device, which is also very adaptable, but it's a 2-part system, so it needs a separate stent for that internal branch. The big takeaway here is that surgeons can pick the absolute best tool for each specific job. But wait, the story doesn't stop there. Because surgeons have taken this incredible technology and pushed its limits, coming up with some really clever fixes for even the most complicated cases. So, for example, what happens if a patient already has an older aortic stent in there? You can't just shove the new device right through it. So surgeons came up with this brilliant up and over technique. They skillfully guide their tools in from the opposite leg,
go up and over the middle part of the old stent and then come back down into the area they need to fix. It's literally like finding a new flight path when the main runway is blocked.
And what's truly amazing is that these devices can even be used to fix problems that show up years after a patient had massive open surgery. This image shows an IBD being used to fix an aneurysm that formed right where an old surgical connection was made. It just goes to show you how unbelievably adaptable this minimally invasive tech has become.
At the end of the day, it all comes back to this one idea. It's all about preserving that internal iliac artery. All of this incredible technology, all this surgical skill, it serves one simple goal: protect the blood flow that is absolutely essential to a patient's quality of life. It's about finally being able to solve the problem without creating a brand new one.
The story of the iliac branch device is just a perfect example of smart, elegant medical innovation. It really makes you wonder, right? As these implants get even smaller, more flexible, and more personalized for each patient, what other seemingly impossible repairs will become totally routine? What other part of the human body is just waiting for its own custom-fit pair of trousers?